Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful winter fruit salad with this spiced dressing. It's a spiced yogurt dressing made with this delicious cardamom and cinnamon tea from the Republic of Tea. So let's get cooking. Okay, so most fruit salads, especially ones that have a yogurt dressing, are typically overly sweetened, like the yogurt sweetened, or they're just kind of on the sweet side in general. They're usually really sweet fruits. This particular fruit salad, I'm really focusing on those just lovely winter fruits. So we have grapefruits in there, we have pomelos, we have these pomegranate seeds. So there's some things in there that are kind of adding a little bit of a bitter to it. That said, you can highly customize this recipe. What fruit you use is completely up to you. The part that makes it amazing is this yogurt dressing. So let's start off with that. So you want to take your vanilla yogurt. I'm using vanilla yogurt. You can use a different flavor if you want. And we're going to go rip into one of those pouches from the cardamom cinnamon tea. We're going to use that tea and just stir it into the tea completely, cover it, and then put it in the fridge. We're going to let it sit there for about an hour for a couple different reasons. One, this tea has so many things going on that it doesn't take much to just infuse a lot of really delicious flavors into that yogurt. So we want that time for everything that's in that delicious tea to infuse into the yogurt. Also, we want the yogurt to soften those ingredients also. So it just makes it a little bit more easier to consume. You're not crunching down, biting on, bits of cinnamon or shards of cardamom or whatever. It just softens all that stuff, because typically you're just brewing it. You're not eating the ingredients inside the packet of tea, but you are today. If once you make this yogurt with that infused cardamom cinnamon tea, it's delicious. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. So you do that, let that infuse there for an hour. Once the yogurt is infused, take whatever serving plate you're going to use and take half of the yogurt and spread it out on that plate. You don't have to do it this way. You can mix all the fruit together, but I really like the presentation. And because there's so many beautiful, colorful fruits this time of year, it just looks really good. So just spread half of that yogurt out on the serving plate. So I have a grapefruit and a pomelo that I have supremed, which is just basically cutting out the wedges, removing as much of the pith as possible. So just take the grapefruit and lay the grapefruit out across the yogurt. Same thing with the pomelo. Since we're using grapefruit and a lot of other citrus in this dish, let's talk about storing citrus for a moment. First off, while it looks great on a bowl on the table, or on the counter with all the lovely citrus fruits that you have available to you, it's the worst way to store them. Citrus should really be stored in the fridge, like in the vegetable drawer, not in a bag, not in anything airtight, just in the fridge. It'll actually keep for weeks and weeks that way if you store it that way. Once you're ready to eat it, just take that citrus, whatever it is, lemon, lime, whatever you're using, pomelo, grapefruit, whatever that may be, just take it out the night before and let it come to room temperature, because it'll taste the best at room temperature. But if you want to keep it for a really long time before you get to it, put it in the fridge, not on the bowl. Okay, so we're going to take 2 persimmons. I'm using Fuyu persimmons, just so you know. Fuyu persimmons are the ones you can kind of eat like an apple, and then Haishia, the ones that kind of sound like a sneeze, those are actually for baking. So you let the Haishias get really ripe until they're almost jello-like, and then you can use them for baking. But the Fuyus you can just eat like an apple. So remember, Fuyu, apple, Haishia, sneeze, baking, right? Got that? Okay, great. So then we're going to take our grapes. I'm using a multitude of grapes here. You can use whatever you want. Take the grapes, place those across the plate. I've cut up some Honeycrisp apples into wedges. I'm adding them to the plate. How great does this look so far? I mean, between the ruby red grapefruit and that pomelo and the grapes and the persimmon, it kind of almost looks like candy, right? It's hard to believe it's just all fruit. Now we're going to take our mandarin oranges, peel them, and then add them to the serving plate. And then add in some avocado. Yes, avocado, it's a fruit too. Like I said, this particular recipe is just about celebrating winter fruit, from grapefruits to pomegranates to persimmons or whatever, but it's also this great yogurt sauce made with the cardamom cinnamon tea from the Republic of Tea. It just is a really wonderful tea, and it makes this yogurt amazing. I mean, you might just want to even mix it in, just eat the yogurt plain. Just saying. Okay, so we've added in our avocados, and here's a little tip on avocados. So avocados are like one of those tricky fruits that it seems like the moment you buy it, it goes bad, right? It's like it's really hard to hold on to them. So here's what you can do. If you buy them on the green side, you can put them in the fridge and let them ripen slowly. Or if you want them to ripen faster, if you put them in a brown paper bag with an apple or a banana and just roll that over, they'll ripen really quick. The apples and the bananas put off these ethylene gases that causes other fruits climacteric fruits to ripen faster. So you can use that as a trick to ripen an avocado faster. Once it's at the perfect ripeness for you, put it in the fridge. That'll stop it from ripening any further, and then just enjoy it when you're ready. So now we have all of our fruits on the plate. I'm gonna take that remaining yogurt, the part that's left over, and we're just gonna drizzle that over the top. And like I said, I'm going for presentation here because look how beautiful this dish is. Like, it just looks really, really great. And it's just a great dish for celebrating the other side of fruit, right? It's like the grapefruits and the pomelos, a little bit more on the bitter side. It's not an overly saccharine fruit salad like you're typically used to. So I think it's a great compliment in that way. And then I'm gonna top the dish off with some chopped up pistachios and some pomegranate arils. Those are the seeds of the pomegranate. And you know, if you want, you don't have to. I garnished mine with some fresh mint just to kind of bring it all together. If you did buy mint for this and you are doing the recipe, just so you know, if you want to keep whatever mint you have left over, just trim those ends, put it in a jar, and just store it like cut flowers. So the stem should be in the water, but the leaves should not. Put that in the fridge and the fresh mint will last for a really long time. Anyway, I hope you love this recipe. Please check it out. Let me know what you think. If you like to cook like I do, I release new videos every single week. If there's something that you want to see, drop a comment down below. And hey, you know what? If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to check out the cardamom cinnamon tea from the Republic of Tea because it's super delicious, and I will see you guys next time.